Okay, here's the Amazon wheel bearing and installation tool that I'm going to review today. Give you an idea of what, quality it is. I think you get, whoops, I just broke the tab on this box. But, hey. So I guess the box is not all that. Comes with a little booklet on how to use it. I think this is a 23-piece set. These are the installation drivers for the bearing. This is how you pull it in and out. These are the sleeves for the bearing. That goes against the hub. Alright, let's try it out. So we got the hub out. We got the snap ring out. This one comes out the front. It's a Mitsubishi, but took the snap ring out. I cleaned that surface with a wire wheel. So once we clean that up real good, that'll give the bearing a smooth surface to come out of. I use ATF, automatic transmission fluid, to lubricate this. And now we're going to hook the tool up. Alright, so get our fancy new tool out, which I already made the box dirty and broke that lever on, but I guess the idea is we have to find the bearing, I'll call these pucks, the bearing puck that fits inside of here to pull that out. So that's too small. That'll work. It's going to push on the bearing only to pull that piece out. That 11 will work. Let's try the next. I like that one a little better. So now on the back side of that, or the front side, whichever you want to call it, I guess put the washer in here. Then you got to find the appropriate size to go in here. I'd say that's it. And then one of these that centers this to the, yeah, that's pretty slick. You know what I don't see though? I don't see, oh here it is. The nut that goes on here like this. So you got a crescent wrench for the smaller size. The nut on it's 32 millimeters, same size as the axle nut. I'll start tightening this and hopefully kind of help beat on it just to get the bearing to start moving. It gave us some play here, so I think we can start getting this to come through. Let's see. bearing out. It pulled it out just like so. I'm going to clean all this up real good from rust with my, I got a beat up wire wheel. You can use anything, sandpaper, whatever to clean it up. And then we'll test it going back in. Obviously you want to get any corrosion or resistance in this housing for the new bearing to slide into out of there so that the tool will pull it right in. Hopefully easier than when it came out, which we'll find out. Alright, so we got the wheel speed sensor out in pieces because it gets rust jacked. We're in the Northeast where salt is a factor. So cleaning off the housing where the pressure bolts are. I'm going to drill the rust out of the hole. I just got a long drill bit and using some automatic transmission fluid just to break up the rust where the sensor goes. So we'll grease or anti-seize that so it doesn't do the rust jacking thing again. Once you got that clean, I'm also taking my Wizzy wheel. I'm just going to go around this. Cleaning the rust out of the snap ring groove. I'm going to go just a little bit just to give it a clean surface for the new bearing to seat in. You can kind of see in there it's clean. Not perfect, but clean enough, I think, for what we're doing. You can see it's shiny. I want that surface clean. I'm going to put a little grease on there to help the new bearing in. And we're going to put it back together. Alright, here we go. So we got the housing all cleaned up. I got it greased. I got the bearing. Now this has a steel shield that goes towards the hub and a rubber gasket or seal towards the inside. Greased up everything. I'm going to put this in. We'll give it a little bit of a tap to kind of set it, and then we'll hook up the pieces. Now the reverse process will be a little bit different in the fact that the inner, I think we need an inner race like this to just fit inside here. That looks like the right one. That'll just fit inside, and then we're going to pull it in the same way using the puck that we use to press it out. So we'll use that. Need the smaller one, I think, this time. Need it just inside so that it's touching just the race. And I can pull the bearing in. Yeah, like that. So, missing a little washer. Here it is. I can see it's a little bit crooked. I'm just going to gently tap it on the right side so it's even going in. We want an even pull on there. And hopefully, when we start tightening this, it'll straighten out and go in its home like it should. Pull it from this side in. it sits in there like that. Got the tool brought the bearing in, put the snap ring in. It seemed to have gone in well. I got the hub to put in the bearing. So give it a little love tap, and I'll use the tool. I'll see if the tool will pull that in too. I would imagine it would, but yeah, there's that. So we got the inner puck here. It should just pull that hub in. So I keep the threads lubricated pretty well because, you know, that's critical on pullers and such. Keep the threads lubricated so that it pulls evenly, smoothly, and okay. Sorry for the mess. Impression of this tool, first out of the box, even when I had a hammer on this, they were very solid, sturdy. It didn't even really mar it. So quality and options here, I think well worth the money. I'll put a link in the description where you can buy it. I'd say that's a successful bearing install right there. Smooth. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.